जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुनाति वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. No, Hare Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sri Dama Prabhu, for this opportunity. Actually, we should not speak in front of seniors like you, but since you are requested, and Balram Prabhu and Subala Gopal Prabhu, but since you requested, I'm honoring your um, request and in the mood of service and to glorify Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara, please bless me so I can say something which will be useful for all of us and be aligned with Guru Parampara 108%. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhus. Om Adnyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamhayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsham Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, with offering obeisances to all the Guru Parampara, our deities, Acharyas, Granthara, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and all of you, we begin. 7.9. Punyo Gandha Prithvinyanam Vyam च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसो जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु पुण्यो गन्धा पृथिव्यं च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसु जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चामि तपस्विषु. Do you want to read synonyms and translation, or shall I read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Normally, the devotees take turn,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
One devotee can read synonym translation, then it's not a very long purport, and then you can explain and lead, So
Yeah.
that's right.
I can.
So, yeah, go ahead, Prabhu, please.
Harshadi Boys, Dhamma Pranam, all Vishnu Bodo. Punna, original, Gandha, fragrance, Prithibam, in the earth, Cha, also, Tejo, heat, Cha, also, Ushmi, I am, Vivavashu, in the fire, Vivavashu, fire, Jivanam, life, Sharbo, in all, Bhuteshu, living entities, Tapa, penance, Cha, also, Ushmi, I am, Tapashishu, in those who practice penance. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Hare Krishna.
Devotees, can somebody read the purport? Maybe Subal Prabhu can read. Today, Subal Prabhu was supposed to lead.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandat Pranam, all goes to Sri Prabhupada and Gurudev. Punya means what which is not decomposed. Punya is original. Everything in the material world has a certain flavor or fragrance, has the flavor and fragrance in a flower, or in the earth, in water, in fire, in air, etc. The uncontaminated flavor, the original flavor, which permeates everything, is Krishna. Similarly, everything has a particular original taste, and this taste can be changed by the mixture of chemicals. So, everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. Vibha Vasu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories, we cannot cook, etc. And that fire is Krishna. The heat in the fire is Krishna. According to the Vedic medicine, indigestion is due to low temperature in the belly. So, even for digestion, fire is needed. In Krishna consciousness, we become aware that earth, water, fire, air, and every active principle, all chemicals and all material elements are due to Krishna. The duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So, Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Can you please add your realization to what you read?
Sure, Mataji. Okay. So here in the previous, shlokas also, Lord Krishna mentioned how he is the source of everything, cause of all causes, everything. And also he mentioned about how he is the taste of water, how he is the, light that is coming even from the sun and the moon, and he is the Om, right? So now in continuation, Lord Krishna is saying that he is the fragrance of the earth. Even, I remember, when it rains, it smells so good, at least, in the villages when we were growing up. So we used to go out and play in the rain. So we can see that, Krishna says that he is the original flavor, smell, taste of everything. And also Lord Krishna is mentioning about the fire. Even for us to digest our food, without that fire in our belly, we cannot even digest our food. Of course, for the cooking, for whatever we need, everything needs to be, we need the energy, and the energy, the fire, everything is coming from Krishna. All the living entities are dependent on these basic five elements. That's my understanding, Mataji. Please add. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. That's wonderful. Balram Prabhu, you read the word synonyms and translation. Would you like to please add some comments first?
Mataji, thank you. So, Mataji, this is knowledge of the absolute. So, from verse 8 to 11, Krishna is giving us 14 examples where in everyday life we can remember Krishna if we practice. And that way, Jatadam Shwanam Vishnu, right? We can remember Krishna in our everyday life, day-to-day life, and every moment. So in this verse, the fragrance, not only from the earth, Prabhupada give example on flower, water, everywhere we can have some fragrance. So any fragrance we can smell, we can remember that is coming from Krishna. Same thing, the heat in the fire. That fire we needed in multiple purpose, to cook, to digest our food. So we can remember Krishna that way also. And we know Krishna lives as a Paramatma. As when Krishna lives, we die actually. So as long as Paramatma with us, inside us, so we are alive. So every living entity should remember us that he's the Paramatma in his. When he sees any life, we know that Krishna is as a Paramatma. We can remember. And penances of ascetics. So Lord Brahma, when he was the only living entity and had only two words, tapa, and he started penances, austerity. And Krishna was so pleased that he take him to the Vaikuntha, Krishna Loka, to show him the spiritual work. So tapa is very dear to Krishna. That's why we do the Ekadashi, all kind of tapasya in the other appearance, days of the Lord. So any kind of penances we do, Krishna is very happy, and penance that brings us close to Krishna. So in the Vaishnava calendar, we have a lot of penances, and that way we can remember Krishna and we can read more Bhagavad or more chanting to come closer to Krishna. Back to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. It's wonderful to hear you, the devotees, because I wasn't there for the previous verses. So you have. Let's read this one more time. Okay. So we are reading that first line in the purport. Prabhupada's purport are very powerful. They are our life and soul, and they are our life and soul of understanding Krishna consciousness. In this morning's class, Shivram Swami said, yesterday's class, Radhana Swami said, if Krishna wanted to tell Arjuna to fight, he would have just said, fight, and Gita would have been finished, right? There would have been no need for Gita if the message was just so simple, just fight. It's the consciousness. And when Prabhupada's consciousness is in this purpose and it permeates, Prabhupada said these are the law books for next 10,000 years. One reporter had come and he was challenging Prabhupada. What will happen to this moment? And Prabhupada said, what will happen? No, he said, how old are you? Prabhupada said, I'm 81 years old. I'm turning 81 in a month. Then they said, no, but what will happen to this moment when you will pass away? Prabhupada said, I will never pass away. I will live in my books. So when we are reading this purpose with complete attention and complete faith, we are getting association of Prabhupada. So let's see how he writes the purport. He first begins with punya, means that which is not decomposed. Now, if you see in the translation, there's no connection with punya. Punya is original, right? So if this first sentence, So you may think, what is the connection here? Now, next thing he leads to is the original fragrance of the earth that never decomposes. Earth, we put in so many things and they keep on decomposing and decomposing. As soon as you put water on hot earth, that fragrance is there. It's stored there for eternity. It's stored with earth for eternity, and the earth always gives out this fragrance. So this is a very important word for us to remember. No one else will tell you that. No other Bhagavad Gita will tell you this. But punya is the original, like this is not decomposed. And this is not simply we just say, oh, earth. No, this is Mother Earth. This is Varaha's consort, eternal consort. This is the earth we walk on. This is the fragrance that rejuvenates us. They say we need earthing, we need earthing, we need to be grounded. So we offer our the pranams to Bhumi Devi, and we take we take the blessings every morning. We are supposed to, and then we are supposed to start the day. And imagine that without that, have you smelled that fragrance of the earth on the sunny days in India? It's so beautiful. We don't know what is musk deer smells like, but that earth fragrance is very original. Now, Prabhupada is saying that fragrance in a flower. Now, this opulence of Kali Yuga is not plastic pots that we buy in the grocery stores or that we buy in the that we buy everywhere else. That is it's also not the gold. Yellow gold is like yellow stool for yogis. We are not supposed to have so much attraction for the gold. We use it in Krishna service and we look good, and it's one of the we do wear it for Krishna service, but that is not the opulence. Prabhupada says fragrant flowers is wonderful opulence. And when deity worship is done, we always offer fragrant flowers. So that uncontaminated flavor. So remember this word uncontaminated flavor, because you won't see it in other Bhagavad Gitas. The original flavor, that fragrance of the earth, which permeates everything, is Krishna. So next time you smell a flower, remember, like Balram Prabhu said, when we smell a flower, we remember that he said, Prabhu, what did you say? It was very nice what you said. Oh, yeah. He said 7.8 to 7.12 shlokas. How we do simple things and we remember Krishna. So one of the simple things is when we smell this flower offered to deities every day. But the purpose of it is that this fragrance is only coming from Krishna. It's undecomposed. It's not decomposed. Punya. And it gives us punya actually. Now next is so everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. Raski Rachna Rasna. When I was little, I used to say this ad. Raski Rachna Rasna. This taste in the mouth. Right now we don't have taste for holy name, so our tongue is contaminated. But when Radhana Swami was asked, what is your favorite sweet? He said holy names, because that holy names is sweeter than sweet, and there's song about it. That is Krishna's name, and so simple things in life. How do we remember? Vibhavasu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories. We cannot cook. That fire is Krishna. Now, source of fire in this material world, Prabhupada writes, is Surya Narayan. And then yogis say that, and this is Sridhama Prabhu's favorite topic, pet peeve, I believe, is that when Surya Namaskar are offered in the morning when sun rises, that is because that is our connection with the fire. And we say Surya Narayan because the Lord Narayana sometimes resides on the sun planet. This comes in 5th canto, I believe. And that's why it's called Surya Narayan. Or visits sometimes Surya planet. I'm not so sure. So that fire, when we pray to Surya, we also pray to increase that fire of digestion. And so that we can digest prasadam nicely. And Prabhupada is like a kavi. He has a lot of knowledge. He has all the knowledge that we need. For us, he knows everything. But when Prabhupada was asked, Prabhupada, do you know everything? He said, no, I just know what Krishna wants me to know. And that's enough for us. That's enough for us. And he said, all this medicine, according to Vedic medicine, all the problems start from the having less fire in the stomach, I believe. Sridhama Prabhu, do you want to correct me if I'm wrong here? There's some sentence about Prabhupada saying about digestion and diseases.
You are right, Mataji. He said that the fire in our stomach is a very important tool. If it is overheated, also it's a problem, and if it is underheated, also it doesn't get too much digested. If it is overheated, there could be inflammation and so on. Yeah, we don't understand that. We eat it, whatever we like, to our tongue we eat, but we forget that Krishna has given us a very intricate process within our system, physical body. Everything comes from Krishna, so we have to understand that. Very briefly, one comment, Mataji, if I may make, and it's also very important, the mood and the understanding with which we look at these things. I think there is a slight mixture of Sankhya philosophy also here. They also look into all these things, but they need this for conviction. They need this for verification that everything is coming from Paramatma. Whereas devotees already know that Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, everything is Krishna. We are not looking at this as a proof or evidence. Rather, we are trying to remember at every aspect of the creation. We are trying to remember whether it is water or it is flower or it is the heat. At every situation, we are trying to remember. So that's a very big difference between remembrance and trying to get convinced that there is someone called Paramatma. We are already convinced.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. So let me recap what I'm understood from you. One important point is that when it is fire is not enough, then we are underheated. So that's a kapha pravrutti in Ayurveda. We can have kapha if everything is not, if our body is underheated. And if it's overheated, then it causes pitta, right? It's very simple. And then another thing Prabhupada said is that you should eat 1 part water, any meal, 1 part water, 1 part air, leave that room for so that you don't too full and you sleep. And then 2 parts of food. Prabhupada gave this formula for us. And then we have many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita where it talks about 10 kinds of vayu in our body: apana vayu, saman vayu, udan vayu, etc. So that's another aspect of digestion, and I don't need to go so much into that. But the fire of digestion is Krishna. I'm the heat in fire, and Prabhupada it tells us more here. Without heat, fire has no meaning. You have seen those artificial fires. They may not make it hot. They will just look orange. That's not fire. That's just imitation. So that heat is what makes fire fire. I'm the life of all that lives. Now let's go next. The heat in the fire is Krishna according to Western medicine. And then every active principle, chemicals, all material elements are due to Krishna. The duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. I'm the life of all that lives. And this is a wonderful topic, and I would request everybody to say something about this. How our consciousness, we are not our body, we are the soul. And once that soul goes away, then we are no longer we are no longer there. Husband and wife may love each other so much, but if one of the spouse dies, the other one wouldn't want to touch the corpse like anything, or will stay with the corpse even after few hours, right? So that duration of man's life is due to Krishna. Whatever Krishna gave that life, that was in the body, and the husband life, the spouses loved each other. But as soon as that's gone, that you don't stay with the body because the soul is gone, and super soul is gone with the soul, which is eternal companion. So I would like to tell you to say something about these lines, how our consciousness, and maybe we can turn off we can turn on everybody's faces now. Is that okay, Sridhama Prabhu? Can everybody comment on this?
Oh, absolute Mataji, please, you are the lead. Whatever we are relishing, you are, guiding us. Please, yeah, definitely.
So can we have, would you start with your comment, Prabhu?
I would, why not we see there are quite a few devotees here. We can give them an opportunity to talk. Maybe Raghu Prabhu, you want to say something? Shalini Mataji, you want to say something about what Mataji explained just now?
I can start. Right. So I think it's a wonderful explanation already given. Uh, uh, since the previous verses, Krishna has been talking about how he's the essence of uh, the fire and so on, the fragrance, in this case, talking about fragrance. For instance, you have a seed, and the seed itself may not have a smell, but you put it in the earth, and then you pour water over it, and then you have this plant. And then you get beautiful flowers like roses and jasmine and so on, and they all have this beautiful fragrance. So all that fragrance is really what it is helps us think about Krishna, and that permeates, and the fragrance spreads everywhere. When a spring day when you have a lot of flowers, so on. Similarly, when it comes to the digestion, uh, as we've discussed already, the fire heat is very important. That's the essential thing. And one other thing I want to say here is that the food that we eat is, if we follow the rules according to the how the prasadam is prepared, and in the sattvic mode, then that is also the type of food that that should digest, as opposed to food in rajoguna or tamoguna, where it's food more for sense gratification, and people those who enjoy really very spicy food or very pungent food, so that sort of food is not tolerated. And naturally, even before, but you're going to have problems with the digestion with that kind of food. It's invariable. But I think with the type of food that we eat in ISKCON, uh, there's we should be doing okay, provided we don't eat too much of a quantity. That also has to be in balance. I think that's very important, because I think I've seen in prasadams, people get really waiting for the. I'm not trying to uh, point fingers at anyone, but people are really waiting for it and overload on the prasada. Really, it's not needed. They're not following what Prabhupada is saying there. Uh, then finally, every living entity on the earth is uh, we either, whether it's inert or like a tree or active, we're all dependent on Krishna, because we have our spirit soul, which is a part and parcel of Krishna, will eventually leave us, and then we have just a shell of a body which is totally useless. So, in essence, as the last line says, Krishna conscious is spread everywhere, the whole universe. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghu Prabhu. Pavan Prabhu, Baswati Mataji,
Yeah, uh, Haribol. The overall gist of the meaning over here is what Lord is saying is in every aspect of life that we do, we need to consider it that it is from the Lord itself. Whether we are smelling the fragrance of earth, whether we are talking about the belly's fire, which is called the Jataragni, it is every bite we eat and every food we digest, it is all at the grace of Krishna.
Thank you for reminding about Jatharagni word. Thank you. Baswati Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. So here, Mataji, so Srila Prabhupada is explaining so nicely purport, and all the senior devotees already explained. I would like to add that Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is a Sarva Karana Karanam. So he is the origin of all the real. He is the origin of the real fragrance without any contamination. He is the origin of fire, heat. So that's why Krishna is everything, and everything is in Krishna. So that's what Prabhupada is explaining here. That Krishna is saying himself that I am the cause of all causes, and I am in all the heat, fire, air, ether, water. In everywhere I'm present in originality. And punya is never decomposed, as Prabhupada is telling. Punya is the original, and that punya living entity will take in his next life, because it is the original. So only that punya he or she will take to their next life. Back to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Venkatesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. So, my understanding is that Krishna is the essence of all that lives. So, to take an example of a bee that tastes the nectar of a flower. So, we are like, our soul is like the bee, and the nectar is like Krishna. So, once we have a taste of that nectar, it's just natural for the soul to go again, like for that nectar of Krishna consciousness and Krishna himself ultimately. So that is like, so the essence of everything that lives and everything there is Krishna. So that's my understanding. And yes, like, so the ultimate, so again, that reiterates that the ultimate purpose, people ask, what's the meaning of life? So right, so the ultimate purpose of the soul, the meaning of life in this case, quote unquote, would be to attain Krishna, who is the essence of everything there is. So that's my small understanding. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Wonderful. Everybody, very nice answers. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Prabhu. Surma Mataji and Esh Chirimar.
Yes, Mataji. My name is Shalini. Can you see me?
Haribol. Yeah. Yes,
Hare
yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Mataji, I think I understood everything that people were saying, but I'm struggling to understand the very last uh, part that says that, therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. Is that really meant to say, like, now that we know that the fire in digestion, the taste of water, everything is Krishna, we kind of like balance it in order to be able to um, increase our lifespan? Is that what that means?
I believe that is the partial thing, but most importantly is that we understand that one thing that he said, I'm the life of all that lives, right? So what it means is also means that if we are the soul and soul is starving for Krishna, soul's Trishna is Krishna. The soul has a hunger, soul has thirst. Krishna Katha can satisfy its thirst. Kirtan can satisfy the thirst, and Krishna Katha can satisfy the hunger. So if we feed that, then we can also prolong our life, because unless soul is happy, soul is being attended to, I believe that it's very difficult to attain natural happiness in this material world. People are miserable without Krishna consciousness.
That is
So but I can listen to more lectures on this and get back to you. Or is there any senior devotees here want to answer that? Very, Shalini Mataji, very nice question, very thoughtful.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we nicely explained, Mataji. I think you wonderfully mentioned, like, Krishna is, cause of all causes. In fact, we have seen, so many people trying to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars just to prolong, few minutes, few months or of their life, right? But it is actually not possible at all because, I mean, as we know, right? Or every breath, we have the count of our breaths. So, how many breaths we have in the entire life. Of course, Krishna, I mean, I have heard from senior devotees that when you do Hare Krishna mantra clapping, by Krishna's mercy, our hand, the palm, right, the rekas can change. But anyway, that we have heard from many senior devotees that, you cannot just artificially prolong your life. Only, of course, even when you prolong also, materialistic people, they just prolong their life for the materialistic reasons. But, Krishna consciousness devotees, they don't want to do anything. Only whatever the number of breaths they have, they want to dedicate that in Krishna's seva. Sorry, Mata, maybe not directly answering your question, but I just thought that would be.
Very helpful, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Mataji. Also, I heard that we came with a fixed amount of food we will consume in this lifetime. If we start eating too much, so our lifespan will be shorter. And if we eat less and less, we can maintain our health better and lifespan can be prolonged.
Very well. Thank you, Prabhu. Raghu Prabhu also mentioned kind of similar thing. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna, Mataji, Nandini Mataji and Shalini Mataji. It's a good kind of a comment and observation. The way I understand is that, as Nandini Mataji mentioned, it has got multiple interpretation can be made out of this sentence. One is that when Prabhupada is saying, by grace of Krishna, one can prolong his life, that is not for material purpose. It's not that somebody wants to have a lot of material opulence and enjoy. No, it is to prolong the spiritual understanding so we can even diminish our material life or spiritual life. If we understand everything about Krishna, we can do that. We'll be eternally free. We'll become we'll understand our original position. Our material life can be diminished, so it can be interpreted in many ways. But at the same time, we don't want this to be a material thing, that we just live in this material world and our body is diminished with the waste, without understanding Krishna. That is spiritual suicide. So we want to be, I mean, if we can live as healthy as possible, that's also good. But I think the essence is that we should be with Krishna consciousness as long as we can maintain that. And if we can get eternity, that's the best.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, very nicely said, Sridhama Prabhu. Surma Mataji? Oh, Sushilpa Mataji is here. Mataji, did you hear?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pramal goes to Srila Prabhupada. Sorry Mataji, no, I just joined and I'm actually outside as well. So a lot of disturbance. Apologies.
I hope you hear the class later. Thank you for joining us. Anyone else?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so it was a very informative class, and I really liked hearing about the different types of Vata Pitta and how they're connected, and how Prabhupada had instructed about them. So it was very informative for me. And yeah, it's very nice how you connected all our experiences to Krishna consciousness, how we can remember Krishna when we are drinking water, when we are smelling a flower. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, what time do we usually wrap up?
9 p.m. Mataji.
Okay. So we're 15 minutes. Shall we start next one or?
Sure, Mataji.
Or shall
I
we?
just, sorry, go ahead.
No, or you have any other ideas?
No, we can definitely read. I just had a comment that Krishna is talking about the creation, that everything comes out of him, but there is a very unique element in that, which can never be found in the material world. He is the creator, and all the resources is also is the creator, and he uses his own tools to create, and he is also present in the creation. This we cannot come up with an example in the material world. Can we say, let's say there is an automobile, the manufacturer will just make the automobile, he has to rely on so many others outsiders to get the parts, and even after the manufacturing of the vehicle, that owner is not going to be present in the vehicle. But whereas Lord Krishna, he is the creator, he is not dependent on anybody for resources, he creates with his own tools, and he's the maintainer and is present in the creation. That's the most wonderful thing.
Amazing. Amazing realization. I was thinking we have 15 minutes, so instead of going to the next one, can you tell me one thing you will change tomorrow because we read this purport? I'm going to, for myself, I'm going to eat like Prabhupada has told us, and I'm going to do more Surya Namaskars in the morning. May I please know what you would do? Everybody, please.
I can start.
Okay, thank you, sweet.
I think similar to you, Nandini Mataji, I would now that I know, like, there's only so much like digestive capacity in one's life. So like the more you overeat, it kind of like shortens the life. So I'll eat, like you explained, like half and leave 1/4 for water. Maybe not water, but like air water combined. But like eat just the when you feel full, don't overstuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, yeah, similar to that. I heard that we have certain number of breaths, but today I also learned that I think it is also written that every grain of rice has a name written on it. So as Baldev Prabhu mentioned today, when we come into this world, there is certain quota that is reserved for us. So, we have to use that quota just to maintain the body and do as much as seva, devotional service as much as possible. Especially, the Ekadashis, of course, on Ekadashis, fast until afternoon or evening, but after that, eat Ekadashi Prasadam, but that also I will try to little bit, whatever possible, try to control. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. I just want to, I remembered something. Shachi Mata's daughter-in-law, Vishnu Priya Mataji, it said that Gauranga's Prabhu's wife, Lord Gauranga's wife used to eat only spoonful of rice, 108 grains. She used to chant one round, keep 1 grain of rice aside. So I tried to do an experiment. Like how many grains of rice I'm eating every time I cook a meal. It's like thousands, tens of thousands of rice grains we eat. I counted 108 and it is literally this much. This much basmati rice, 108 grains fits into this. This is how much she used to eat. Imagine eating just that. Can you imagine? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what pure devotional service means. It's very hard for us to fathom. We're just on a long, long, long path. Okay, anybody else?
Hare
Yeah, I
Krishna,
just
Mataji. My takeaway from today's verse would be I will do my best to remember Krishna in all the activities that I do, because most times we take Krishna for granted. We do it mechanically. When we drink water, we just drink water. When we eat, but I think this verse does a lot of significance that how we have to remember Krishna and honor the prasadam, and how we even drinking water, we have to thank Krishna for giving us the water in every aspect.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing.
So, Bhagavad Mataji, so that means whatever showed the 108 grains. So, if somebody chants more, they can increase the grain number of grains, right?
Yes, bro.
So, yeah, so that is a good stimulus to chant more.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Wonderful.
Is it Prabhu 108 grains per round or just one time of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra?
108 grains per
Maybe
meal.
one. Yeah.
For each Hare, 108 grains of rice. Another Krishna, another 108 grains of rice. No, for one round, whole entire round, 1 grain of rice. She's sweet. Thank you, Prabhu. Raghu Prabhu?
actually what I wanted to say. Sri Rama Prabhu already added that. But basically, we go through the whole day and we look at the flowers and we eat our food and do all these things, but we don't really think about Krishna. But now this verse is since it has given us a meaning to it, the whole how Krishna is the essence of everything. Now I think we have to make at least I'll try and make a conscientious effort uh, to appreciate that there is Krishna in everything that's around me and what I'm doing. Thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing. Wonderful realization. Sushilpa Mataji, now you can say. And Max Prabhu, I see you, so please. It's a very simple question asked.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please excuse for the background. So I was just going through the purport of Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So as the translation has shown on the screen as well, yeah, the substance behind each and every element we were discussing yesterday, not just the form, not just uh, the item that the senses can view, taste, and so forth, but the substance within it, the origin. Here, in the translation, it said like the smell and the heat and the fire and so forth. If we know the origin, as you were giving an example, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when if we really we get connected so deep, basically. Very, very deep. And at one point, we will get to know that how small I am compared to the origin. Know how very minute, and and the and the Paramatma Bhagwan is so huge that comparison can easily be identified. Don't know if I've expressed it correctly or not, but
Yes, you are
yeah,
very humble. So you always try to see how this verse can make us more humble. Thank you so much
trying much.
for that realization, Mataji. Max,
Thank you much.
would you like to share something, please, and add? And then Pawan Kumar and others. Thank you for joining, Max Prabhu. Venkatesh Prabhu. And anybody else who has not said that, how would they would apply this verse in their daily lives?
Yeah, this is Pawan here. So in the last few weeks, have been a very transformational weeks for me. I have very consciously quit rice, roti, and any carbs. So I have already moved towards eating just sattvic food. So I hope to continue that life as much as possible, and hopefully, with the grace of Lord, I can continue for as long as possible.
Haribol, wonderful,
Very good.
wonderful.
Sorry,
So,
I'm still like learning. So like rice and grains, they are not sattvic.
very good question.
Thank you.
So, it depends on what kind of rice we are eating. When we take polished basmati rice, it is quite, actually, I just learned that there are a lot of chemicals put into basmati rice to make it look like that, and it's polished a lot. There's also another kind of rice, which is the original rice. If you want, I can show you sample. It comes with its husk on top, actually. And when you cook, the husk gets separated. Let me show you the sample. And then have it.
In today's world, I feel almost nothing that they are selling is sattvic. So we have to become more and more careful on how we perceive what is sattvic.
Srila Prabhupada used to say that we have to produce our own food,
Correct.
like a small eco farm. Don't be dependent on the other, because like you said, everything is contaminated. Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sudama Prabhu. Very nice point, Sridama Prabhu. And so, in rice also, we need not take too much, and we always offer it. But we also try to cut down amount of rice, like she was eating so little. So those are few things we try to do.
Thank you, Mataji. And thank you for running to the kitchen and getting the sample for us. Thank you.
Mataji, if you can share the label or where to buy that.
Oh, I bought it in Pune from
All the way from Pune.
in a farmer's organic price.
Haribol.
Yeah. I'll still find out the name from my mom.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, it's not Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
It's okay, Mataji.
Also,
Please go
another
ahead.
thing is that rice is a lot of times produced in where there's a lot of mercury. They found mercury in the rice. So the water is contaminated and the way it's produced is contaminated too. I can send you a link for that.
Yeah. That I had when a long time back I had read an article that said it could be contaminated because of mercury. Thank you for reminding, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you.
And this is what, sorry, Prabhuji. Just to kind of connecting to what I was mentioning earlier. And this is how, once we get to know all these minute intricacies, then we'll get to know how much of a condition we are. We cannot control anything. We just have to go with the flow as much as we can, and then request the Lord to please take care. That right, Mataji. All of the only difference is before coming to Krishna consciousness, all of these intricacies were known, but a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, eventually anger and so forth. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, the realization is we are conditioned and cannot control. So that goes back to prayers to Krishna, appealing to Krishna, saying, we are conditioned, please take care of us and our families. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Wonderful realizations, everybody. I don't want to go over time. We are all there. Any others who have not spoken, please feel free to speak. And thank you. Please forgive any offenses, mistakes, and thank you so much for listening. Anyone else last comments?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So I just wanted to add that, like this verse said, that Krishna is the essence of, like you all discussed, Krishna is the essence of everything. Krishna is the fire, the heat in the fire, and the fragrance in the flowers and everything. So for me, I will try to remember Krishna. I will try to incorporate this remembrance of Krishna in my day-to-day life. That's what I take away from this class. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Wonderful realization. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much.
So Pooji, tomorrow class will be from USF, right?
Should we give a big Haribol to Nandini Mataji?
Haribo.
Hari Hari Bo.
Hari Bol, Hari
Nandini
Bol.
Mataji ki.
Shall we also give a big Haribol to Subal Prabhu for coordinating all the Bhagavad Gita? Subal Prabhu and Baldev Sir Prabhu.
Everybody from
Ki jai.
Hari Bol,
Let's say
Hari
Haribol
Bol.
to Sridhama Prabhu for being our source of
Haribo.
inspiration.
Haribo.
Haribol.
Always. Hari Hari Bo.
Haribol.
So tomorrow class will be from USF,
Yes,
right,
Prabhu.
Pooji?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody can join.
Share the same link, right, Pooji?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think we can do the same link here.
Okay. Thank you, Pooji. Hare Krishna.
My last comment, Prabhuji, you said the quantity of the food, how much each person can consume. There is a saying in Hindi, "Dane dane pe likha hai kaane wale ka naam,"
Yes.
meaning each grain has got a name written on it. you know.
Yes.
But very good point, Prabhu. Haribol.
Yes.
Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.